Hello, welcome back to my channel. This week I am in Seattle's Capitol Hill neighborhood, also known as Cap Hill. But before we get started, please be sure to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up so that way we can keep on growing. Now, I have a lot of food to eat and a lot of places to see, so let's go. Okay, we are at our first stop, Overcast Coffee. So, let's get some coffee. Alright, so I just got an iced cortado, which is just a shot of espresso, and I'm having it with soy milk because cortado is coffee or espresso with milk, if you didn't know. So let's give it a try. That is good, nice and strong and bold, great flavors. That is a great pick-me-up and a good start to our food tour. But if you didn't know that Seattle is actually kind of known for the coffee, they have a ton of coffee shops and a lot of places that will source coffee from local regions or, you know, places that they enjoy. It tends to be more hand-selected. That's the phrase I was looking for. But one cool thing about this coffee shop, or at least this specific location, is that it's actually connected to a bike shop. So if you're looking for somewhere, maybe on a rainy day in Seattle, to kind of just relax and have a nice, interesting ambiance, they have seating inside, and it's kind of cool to see the bike shop or see people kind of come in and out to either get their bike fixed or purchase different bike parts and things like that. It's just a fun, very eclectic place, and if you want to sit outside like I am, there's a nice painting mural on the wall, but I actually have somewhere across the street that we're gonna head for a little treat before lunch. Let's go. Okay, so I got their cookie milk flavor, and you might have saw that this is actually a plant-based ice cream shop. I think everything is coconut based. I'll put it on the screen. I'll look on their website to double check. But this is actually my third time here, as first time at the Capitol Hill or Cap Hill location, but I did go last night. So if you watched my full road trip video, which I can link above and down below, you would see that I actually got an ice cream cone, which I'm not having because I had it last night in a different flavor. But the cone is totally worth it if you come here because it is gluten-free, so if that's a concern of yours, that's also awesome. But it tastes like maple vanilla because that's the flavor, and it's so good. It's definitely filling, but I'm gonna give their cookie milk a little taste and tell you what I think. This is one of their seasonal items. I've had the chocolate tahini before, and that was amazing. But the seasonal items, it said that it was, I think, June's flavors. So definitely sample what they have going on if you visit here, because it might be the only time that you get to try it. But let me give this a little taste. It really does taste like that in-between moment when you're like dipping cookies, or like, I would say there's a cinnamon flavor, so maybe like a snickerdoodle in some milk. It's so good. Or if you're the kind of person who likes to drink the cereal milk after you've had a bowl of cereal, this is definitely the one for you. And it's a seasonal flavor, so if you stop by really soon, maybe they'll have it, or maybe they'll have it next time that you're there if it's something that they put on their permanent menu. Either way, there are loads of flavors at Frankie and Jo's. It's just really unique, and if you are a plant-based ice cream skeptic, I think this is a good place to try it because everything is really approachable and super different and just delicious. Also, for frame of reference, this is where the coffee shop is, and this is where the ice cream shop is. So literally across the street. Okay, so at Plum Bistro, I ordered their mac and cheese, which is just like fancy looking, delicious mac and cheese. And if you couldn't tell, everything is vegan or vegetarian. So this will be an interesting, fun thing to try. And then this is their take on calamari. Obviously, it is not made with calamari. It's actually made with oyster mushrooms. But I feel like it looks pretty good. It looks pretty comparable to the real thing. I feel like, you know, at first glance, you might not think about it. But let's try the mac and cheese first. Okay. That's creamy. This is probably like the fanciest vegan mac, or maybe mac and cheese in general, that I've had. I'm definitely getting that, like a little bit of that like nutritional yeast scent or flavor, but it's good. I like that there's a mix of textures. It's interesting because it's like kind of like a baked mac, but it's still really creamy and has, like I said, a lot of texture to it. This is good. If you are looking for a more of a vegan option or something maybe just like out of your comfort zone and that's a little different, I think this is a good spot to stop. When I was, doing research for this food tour, I found that there's a lot of fine dining in this neighborhood. So if you want me to come back and do some more fine dining or like dinner time type of places, I would love to do that. But today we're focusing on daytime activities or more like lunch and coffee shop stuff. So if you're stopping for a quick lunch, this is definitely a good option. Let's try the calamari. Okay, so it looks very crispy. And there's like, I think a sweet chili on the side. Oh yeah. I'm gonna squeeze the lemon over top. Okay. Oh, that's good. This is probably like the best preparation I've had of oyster mushrooms. Let me try it with the sweet chili. Okay, I'm impressed. The mac and cheese is good, but if you are vegan and you've had a lot of vegan mac and cheese, you totally could skip it and try something else in the menu. We had a lot of other interesting entrees, like there was a Reuben that I almost ordered as well. But I think for something that is like snacky and to share, the oyster mushrooms are really good. I'm gonna go and finish this and then we can head on to our next stop. So down there is Plum Chopped, which is just another like subsidiary of the restaurant. So I'm at Plum Bistro, and Plum Chopped is like you can go and get some quick service like salads, sandwiches, those types of things. So if you don't want to sit down for a meal and you want to take your food to go, because if you happen to get a nice day in Seattle like I have today and you want to eat maybe by the water or something, that's always a good option if you're still looking for some vegan food. This is also a nice little touch that they put fruit in your water. I know it's kind of silly and spa-like, but I don't know, I always like it. So on my walk to our next location, I am walking past Victrola Coffee, so I decided to stop and grab a clip because this is another great coffee shop in Seattle. Obviously there are loads here, but according to their website, some of their locations actually do coffee tastings, so you can kind of learn about the notes of the coffee or where things come from and stuff like that. So if you're coming to Seattle for coffee, I think this is a really cool place to check out, and definitely look in to see if there's a tasting while you're here and what locations have them. But let's keep walking to our next spot. So I'm still walking to our next location, and I just wanted to jump on and say that if you wanted to stay in like one area, then you could totally wander down the streets Pike or Pine. They both have a lot of restaurants and shops if you wanted to kind of just stay near Overcast and Frankie and Jo's on your day in Seattle. But if you're willing to walk a little bit, I've got one more stop and a bonus stop in store. So let's keep walking and I'll show you where we're headed. Okay, so our next stop is at Volunteer Park and Cafe. I am in the like little backyard garden area. I got some food and a drink to try. So it's really cool here. Actually, there's seating inside, there's seating along the outside, and then in this garden, which is really nice if you do get a nice day like I have. It's quaint, quiet. You can come here if you're on a solo trip or live in the city and you just want to sit and have some food and a drink, or if you want to just relax after your fun-filled day in Seattle. It's definitely a good spot to kind of enjoy the ambiance and some of the food. So I got a pickled egg toast. They also had a couple other types of toast and other things on the menu that seemed kind of interesting if you're looking for like a lunch spot as well. So this bread looks awesome. Look at that. Let's give it a try. And so interesting because there's like an acidity to it. It's almost like, I don't know if there's like actual pickles in it. I assumed that the eggs would have been pickled, which I think is what the case is, but you do get like that vinegary, briny taste. So if you're into egg salad with pickles, like if you had that before, I feel like that would totally be the move. It's also, this is really hefty. I didn't expect for it to be so big. So this is definitely a meal if you're looking to, you know, suffice your lunch of the day, or if you're pretty hungry for a snack or whatever you please. But I also got some lemonade. They said they make it in-house. It's so good. There's still like a tiny bit of sour. It's not too sweet whatsoever. It's very refreshing on a nice summer day. They had typical coffee shop stuff as you would expect in Seattle. Lots of other options. But I thought that it was fun to try some lemonade because, you know, I already had some coffee today, so I was looking to spice it up. And then there were an array of great bakery options. So I got their chocolate hazelnut cake. The person who was checking me out said that this is one of their favorites, so I figured I'd give it a try. Okay, yeah, this is great. Both of these items are really good and super unique. I feel like this is, you know, it tastes like typical egg salad, but the bread is really good. They put their own flair on it, and same with the cake. It's moist, it's chewy, it's delicious. So if you happen to want to go on a little walk after your visit to Capitol Hill, this is above like where I was before. So if you're on Pike and Pine, you know, you're able to go through a bunch of shops and more busy streets, but I kind of walked more of like through a residential area up 15th Avenue, which down past like halfway through on 15th Ave, there was a couple shops and whatnot that you're able to kind of bop in and out of if that's something that you're looking to do. But it was a very quaint, pleasant walk, and I'm gonna go and finish this and then take you to just one more stop. So let's go. Okay, so I'm at my last stop, which is Volunteer Park, and that is where our stop before this actually got its name, or at least I think so, because it's only a few blocks away and it was called Volunteer Park Cafe. But I came to the conservatory, which is right behind me, you can see there. I just went inside. It's really worth it. It was only $4, and you could walk around and see a bunch of the plants that they have and they take care of and whatnot. It's super cool to just walk around inside a greenhouse or be in the park, take your lunch here. It's definitely a good stop if you're willing to make the trek from the lower part of Cap Hill all the way up to here. It was about a 30-minute walk total, just for a frame of reference, but I've had a great day. I've eaten a lot of good food, I've met a lot of great people, and that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't already, please be sure to subscribe to my channel and give this video a thumbs up so that way we can keep on growing. And I will be sure to catch you next time. Bye!